May's solar and Tesla Powerwall update and costs. As usual, we'll start off with the system that we have. So there's 7.2 kilowatt hours of solar inverter and Tesla Powerwall and a secondary Victron energy battery system. Let's start off with our home usage. Our home usage was 1.120 megawatt hours, which is an average of 36.1 kilowatt hours per day. We generated from our solar PV 1.355 megawatt hours and an average of 43.7 kilowatt hours per day. And we discharged 265.3 kilowatt hours from the Tesla Powerwall. Our net grid pull was minus 195 kilowatt hours, but we peaked out at 12.9 kilowatt hours on one particular day, pulling from the grid. Looking at what each inverter did during May of 2023, first of all, looking at the red bar of 584 kilowatt hours, that's our original array or original inverter. The blue bar of 573.2 is our second 3 kilowatt inverter. The small purple bar is our small 1.2 lower array of 189.3 kilowatt hours, and the green bar of 1346.6 kilowatt hours or 1.346 megawatt hours is the highest we've ever had in May since we've had the system since 2014, and it is significantly more than what we've had when we've had the third inverter in 2022. Looking at the car data, which is the purple columns in these graphs, we did 508 miles in the MG5 and 410 miles in the Egolf, totaling 918 miles. The kilowatt hours that went to the car was 238 kilowatt hours, and all of them came from sun charging, so we didn't have to pull anything from the grid, so there was no cost whatsoever to run the cars in May of 2023. Looking at the average cost per kilowatt hour, and this includes daily charges and VAT, from what we pulled from the grid, we had an average cost of 47.7 pence per kilowatt hour. And when you include what we generated from the solar, that brought the average cost in May down to 1.6 pence per kilowatt hour. So the solar making a massive difference. Looking at the yearly averages, from what we pulled from the grid, we've got an average cost of 19 pence per kilowatt hour. So that's taking advantage of the Octopus Intelligent Tariff at 7.5 pence per kilowatt hour off peak, and the 41.6 pence per kilowatt hour peak. But the overall average, including the solar, our average cost per kilowatt hour for the year is 6.7 pence per kilowatt hour. Looking at where we used the power in May 2023, we had a grid export of 245 kilowatt hours. We had water heating at 277 kilowatt hours. Our general home usage was 439.7 kilowatt hours, so that's everything I've not got monitored. For drying and cleaning clothes, we used 78.4 kilowatt hours. Cooking was 48.26 kilowatt hours. Space heating was down to 2 kilowatt hours because we didn't have any heating on, so that's just the pump on the electric boiler. The car charging, we used 238 kilowatt hours, and for gaming we used 30.9 kilowatt hours. And as for the costs, based on the 1.6 pence per kilowatt hour we had for the month, the grid export cost us £3.92. Water heating cost us £4.43. The general home use, so that's everything else, cost us £7.35. The clothes cleaning cost us £1.26. Don't forget this is throughout the whole of May. The cooking cost us 77 pence. Space heating cost us 3 pence to run the pump. The car charging would have cost us £3.80, but obviously all of that came from solar. But based on the average cost per kilowatt hour, it was £3.80, and gaming cost us 49 pence. And finally, to summarise up of 2023 up until the end of May, we've had 32 days of grid-free energy. We've done 3,221 miles at a cost of £63.31. We've imported 5,530 kilowatt hours. We've had some solar generation of 3,372 kilowatt hours. So that's a total of 8,903 kilowatt hours that's passed through the house. The cost of that has been £663.78. And we've had the first of our 4 fit payments, so that's £216.15 to come off the £663.78. And we've had £331.68 of Octopus rewards and campaigns. That's given us a balance, including all VAT and daily charges, of £125.95. We are due our next fit payment before the end of next month, so that'll definitely be in the negative for the year by the end of next month. But I'll leave you with the solar day-by-day Tesla data, so you can have a look at where and when we were using power and when we were exporting power, etc.